Hello and welcome to the Hair Unit Blueprint. This is the first of many webinars around hair units. We've got Afro, we've got mixed textured hair units, and we've also got straight. We've got loads of different types of hair units to talk about and to get through. But ultimately, this right now is about launching this brand new course that I'm really excited to share with you guys, and it's called the Hair Unit Blueprint. It's actually got a really cool acronym, which is the HUB, the Hair Unit Blueprint, which is really cool. I was so happy when I worked that one out and it was actually spelling out the HUB, and I was like, oh my days, this is great. Let's get on with this. Welcome. I'm Damien the Barber. This is the webinar. I'm going to be giving some information on what the Hair Unit Blueprint is about. And this is an informative webinar just to get things going. Hopefully there'll be more in the future where we can aim to build a community of barbers, hairdressers, or people who are interested in learning about hair units to come together in one place, in the hub, share information. I've got so much information on this service, on how it's changed my life, how it's changing the life of multiple clients that have traveled from all over the world to come and see me, which I'm really grateful for. And you can discover how one specialist service can transform your chair into a high value brand while restoring confidence and changing lives one client at a time. That's the mission, and that's what we're here to do. Like I said, I'm Damien the Barber. Let's get going. Let's begin. What we're going to cover in this webinar is we're going to start off with what is a hair unit. We're going to then cover the journey so far. We're going to look at some transformations. We're going to look at the framework. It's a cool framework that I've come up with. And I'll be introducing the masterclass, exciting stuff. And we'll finish off with a summary Q&A, which is what I would be doing on a live webinar. So, like I said, in the future, there will be more webinars. I'll be putting stuff together to try and build this community, and people like you and me can get together. We can share hints, tips, and we can work this out. We need to get this out. I need to get more people doing this because it is a life-changing service, like really. So let's start off with the hair unit. What is a hair unit? A hair unit is a non-surgical procedure which uses one of these things, which is known as a toupee, or a hair unit is what I like to call it. Seen one of these before? Don't know if you haven't. This is a lace base system. And then we have this one, which is a PU base. It's a different hair texture on this one. This is a PU base. In the course, we go over the differences between the two, and there's different other ones available as well, but that all gets broken down in the course, which we'll get onto in a bit. Basically, a hair unit is a form of hair system which is non-surgical, which helps clients restore their confidence. It helps to cover up male pattern baldness. If people are suffering with any kind of scalp issues, anything like that, hair units can really help to restore their confidence. In regards to fitting hair units, some barbering skills are required to fit hair systems because you have to have the ability to blend in the hair system into the back and sides of your client's hair. So depending on what stage you are in your journey, that depends, right? If you're a barber, this might be a brilliant way of adding some sort of service, something extra to your skill set. If you're a hairdresser and you've got some barbering skills, again, this could add on. If not, there's barbering courses out there. I'm also a trained barbering teacher, so that's something that I could also help with. This particularly is about hair units, not about barbering, but you do need to have some barbering skills to be able to fit a hair unit. So yeah, that's important to know. So looking at some of these clients that have been in with me before, we have here on the left, I'm just going to go through some testimonials from some clients that have actually been in and been to see me for these services. I've had people travel from all over the place. So this guy here, this one here, you can see that we've got some testimonials there. I'm not going to read through them. Just wanted to just give you a look at some of these life-changing things that I've done. I've played a part in changing people's lives, like honestly changing people's lives with this service. Fitting hair systems has increased my income, and it's also helped to restore confidence in individuals, in clients that I already have, and with clients that are reaching out to me from all over the world. Again, in the course, we cover how to promote yourself, how to promote the service, how to get this new skill out there so that people know who you are, how to find you, and how to book in with you. All this is covered in the course, which I'll get onto later. This is exciting stuff. But this is another client that came in to see me, another testimonial there. These testimonials are on the website if you want to read them yourself. You can find these at cartercreative.uk, which is my website that I use personally for my own barbering services. And then we have www.hairunitblueprint.com, which is for the course. This here, what I'm promoting now, is what I want to share with you guys in regards to wanting to teach and for you to learn how to fit these systems. So just looking here now, the transformations. There's some serious transformations, guys. If you're a barber, you've had people sit in your chair who have been expressing how they feel about losing hair. I get it all the time, and it's not easy. I lost my own hair when I was really in my teens, and it's not an easy thing to deal with. Some people out there who are really suffering, struggling with male pattern baldness and other balding issues. And again, the course can help us come together to help talk about how we can help guys out in regards to talking about these issues and how to find help. So this is another client that came in. He left a big review for me. He traveled quite some distance to come and see me. This is what I call a curly wave system, custom hair unit. And just a quick look at some of the changes in regards to the transformations that I've made to date. Moving on, what if one skill could add up to £5,000 a month to your income and change your client's confidence forever and life forever? Like, this is a life-changing skill. Hold that question. Remember that question. Have a second to just think about the answer and what could that do if you're barbering. I've been barbering since the age of 12. I've been in this game for a long time, and you know, we hit limits in regards to what we can do with barbering, and adding this onto what I do as a barber has increased my income. Who am I? I'm Damien the Barber. This is just a little snippet into where this journey began for me. So this isn't just about hair, it's about purpose, legacy, and skill. My journey began at Dougie's, that's me there, young Damien, 1995, with hair. Believe it or not, yes, I had hair. People seem to think that I was born like this. No, I had hair, like a lot of hair. I used to have all the styles. Look there, you can see I've got some plaits going on there. And I've not changed much, as you can see. Still looking pretty much the same. But wow, what a time to be alive. Next picture here, we have Dougie. He was my first mentor, and Dougie isn't with us anymore. He's passed away. But what a guy. He took me under his wing and he taught me the real skill of barbering. And he was a very particular guy in regards to precision and how he worked. He was a perfectionist. And so it was great being around Dougie and learning how to be a perfectionist myself. You know, attention to detail is an important part of what I do. And because of that, luckily for me, which I'm very grateful for, I have a fully booked schedule, I have a loyal client base, and I have people on that now come and see me for this service for the hair units. This is a look at the timeline. So this is where it all began for me. This is my journey so far. Started in 1994 as a young junior in a barbershop, sweeping up and just watching haircuts. That's where it all began. That was with Dougie. That I was there till around 2006. Then I moved on from there, worked in various barbershops around Manchester, Moss Side, Withington. And it was around 2017 when I discovered hair units, hair systems on the socials, Instagram, scrolling along like you do, and noticing that there isn't anyone in Manchester, particularly anyway, up north, offering these hair unit services. Being the kind of guy that I am, I'm like, how can I get into this? Because at the time I was feeling a bit, oh, what can I do to try something different, to learn new skills? I've always tried to stay educated in regards to going to college, getting educated as a barber, getting my NVQs level 2, 3, as a teacher. I've done everything in regards to trying to educate myself, investing in myself to stay on top of the game. This was at the time the next thing that I wanted to do. I booked a trip to America to see some of the guys that personally I thought was necessary to see, because these guys seemed like they knew what they were doing and they were pioneering hair units as a service at the time. So booked my flights, booked onto the courses, did some in-person sessions, which really helped because I was able to get up close and see what was actually going on and how to actually fit hair systems, the intricate techniques, all that kind of stuff. 2017 was my first USA education trip. Then in the following year, I did my first hair unit transformation after speaking to some clients about what I've learned, coming back with some new skills. I needed some guinea pigs, right? I needed to practice. Moving on, that same year was when I launched this current business that I'm in now, this place that I'm in now, which is Carter Creative Hair Studio. This is my second location of that business. I was at another place before this, but that all started in 2018, October 2018. After that, I was taking pictures, posting on my socials. I started attracting international students. Not yet. You guys are going to be coming at some point. International clients is what I was attracting at that point. And I was getting an increased revenue. My earnings started going up, which is great, right? So moving on. These are the guys that I met in America. I'm very grateful, privileged to meet these guys. We had Samaje, which was the first guy that I met in Atlanta. So I learned how to do scalp exposure and weft techniques with Samaje, very talented individual. He really opened my eyes, a very inspirational trip over to America to see how this service can change my life. Moving on to meeting this guy here, Erskine Reeves. This was another amazing trip. And this is where I learned how to do what I know now, which is the toupee technique, which is the blending, the fade in, the hair systems. Was with this guy here with Erskine Reeves. That was in Chicago. And went out there a couple of times just to do a couple of different courses to learn different techniques. That's what I eventually learned was the best way for me to learn anyway. And to actually stand with these guys and actually take a look at what they do. I found that really helpful. This was my first hair unit transformation. This is called the weft technique. This was the one I learned with Samaje in Atlanta, and this was actually using weft hair, which is strips of hair that you stick to the scalp using different technique, completely different technique. But this was a great place to start. I'll get into this in the course. I've got some information and some pictures that I can share about this technique, but this was a really good place to start. These were my first two clients way back when I first learned how to fit hair systems back in 2017. I found this system actually really helpful because I was able to put hair in more areas. So if there was more hair needed on the hairline, for instance, I could actually put more hair in those areas to fill those areas out. So it's actually still a really good technique to know. Another client here, he came from Ireland to come and see me. I've known him from Dougie's when I was at Dougie's, and he was one of these genuine clients that was losing his hair, as you can see here in this picture, top left. He was thinning, and it was really upsetting him and affecting his confidence. So I was like, I'm going to be flying out to America to learn a new system. He was like, oh, I've seen it. He said, really? He said, put me down. I want to be the guy that you learn on. I want to be that guy. And I called him when I got back. He was excited. He flew over and I did this. And I was like, wow, this is going to be a life-changing skill for me and for him. He was over the moon. Look at that smile. Look at that smile on his face. He was so happy when I did this. And I was actually impressed myself with what I did. Because when I did this, I was like, wow, this is great. Look at the hairline. Like, this was good. This was my first one, believe it or not, my first one. And then this guy contacted me. You know, I get a lot of young individuals getting in touch with me, and he wanted one as well. So I did that one. And it just went on and on from there. I started getting people reaching out from all over the place after that. And then another technique that I learned was the scalp exposure technique, which is this one here, which doesn't use a unit. It just uses strips of hair. You might have seen this on the socials now, where they put adhesive on the scalp and press hair onto the scalp. That's another skill technique, again, which is teachable. I've learned how to do this, and we'll be discussing this in the course, in the community, and in the course. As I've got my qualms with this particular technique, but it's great. It's the most convincing in regards to how it looks. Like, you can literally see the scalp through the hair with this one, and it really looks good. This is also the scalp exposure here on this client here as well. Also scalp exposure, this one here. And as you can see, you can even get a nice little wave in the hair as well. So yeah, that's the scalp exposure techniques. This is back to my first weft technique. Quickly looking at this one here. This is the process that I used to create that style. Like I said, it was more intricate and you could pad it out. You could really get a lot of hair in there. And it used to last really long, but it takes so much time to do. So it was great learning the new technique with the toupees, with these things, because they just saved so much time. And it was better as well for the client because they could perform maintenance with those, whereas you couldn't perform maintenance with the weft technique. So moving on to 2018, Carter Creative Hair Studio was born. This was a proud moment for me. I got my keys. I set up my first private space to fit my new learned skill. It was great. Some great memories in here. And it was really good because it's private. So I was able to create confidentiality, that private space that the clients needed to be able to come in and get their hair systems fitted. Great. Then the lockdown, the pandemic happened, right? And I had a client come in, and sorry, this was just before the pandemic. I had a client come in and he said he was going to this place in Ancoats that I'd never heard of before, which is where I am now. And it was a shipping container yard. And at the time, I was really focused on creating a private space for clients to offer this service and combine it with my barbering as well. And that's where I still am today. Carter Creative Hair Studio in Pollard Yard. Moving on, there's some more transformations. There's a lot of transformations. I've got so much content, so much material to share, and this is just to give you a little snippet on the things. Look at all these. I've got the Afro toupee. We've got the low wave toupee here. We've got the wave toupee. We've got the Afro sponge. Like, we've got different styles. So much. Like the Afro toupee. Oh, we can have different textures. We can match different textures. We can have patterns. We can do all sorts of stuff. But this is really good. It's really fulfilling as a barber to be able to offer this service. And when you see the clients get out of the chair and you see this newfound confidence that they have after having hair systems, it's really good. It's a nice thing to see and experience. So we've got the wave toupee here, and then we've got the Afro sponge toupee over here. And you can put products in them, you can style them, you can do all sorts of different things with these. So those are some more transformations from my first hair units when Carter Creative was first created, 2018, around that time, 2018, 2019. The mission is to empower barbers and stylists to command premium value and restore confidence through non-surgical hair replacements. That's what we are here to do. That's what the hub's here for. Who is this for? For barbers earning less and stylists wanting to expand into hair loss solutions, and professionals that are ready for high ticket transformation services. Is that you? Sure it is. I think it is. This is for you. Definitely. The problem. So as a barber, I can relate to all of these things here. Low pricing, charging more for your service. This is something I try and do regularly. I try and assess my services, what I do, how much I charge. And it's a really difficult thing to try and implement. Again, within the hub, these are things where we can get together as a community. We can help each other out. We can share hints, tips on how we can elevate the craft, elevate the game, how we can share mindset shifts, how we can support each other to do these things. Limited skills, adding skills to your toolbox. This is something I learned a while ago, is to educate myself, is to stay ahead of the game, is to invest in myself, is to do courses, do online courses, do in-person courses, do different types of courses, things that feed what I do, the role as a barber, the things that I do. This is a great one. Over independence on walk-ins and finding more time for yourself to work less and earn more. This is something I've strived to do, this one here, that I've strived to do as a barber. As I've become more experienced as a barber, I strictly work on appointments now. I don't do walk-ins. And the idea is to charge more and work less. That's what I'm trying to do as I get older. You know, standing up long periods of time, it's not the one really. And learning hair systems has really helped to increase my income, to help me to work less and charge more, ultimately. And another one here is no niche specialization. So what I've noticed for myself, speaking from my own personal experience as a barber, if you're a barber, there's a lot of barbers out there. So you've got to find a way to stand out and offer something different. There's different ways, obviously, there's different things that you can do. But I think within the barbering world, we're pretty limited in regards to the skills we can add on to our repertoire to be able to be niche in the barbering world. You know, a fade is a fade, unless you have a special way of doing a fade, for example. There's not many that I've come across anyway in regards to skills that we can add on to our services as barbers. And how can we stand out? How can we charge more? How can we create a lasting impact? The missed opportunity. Clients out there are spending thousands of pounds on hair systems, but just not with you yet. This is what I'm trying to do. This is what we're going to do. Today, is a special day because the hair unit blueprint is now live. The Afro Masterclass is now live. It's all live. So this means you can now add and learn a new skill. You can now add something to your repertoire, offer a new skill to your clients. This is big. The cost of not evolving, and what is the price of doing the same thing next year? It's 2026. We've just started a new year. And this is new for me. I'm trying to learn new ways, new skills. What can you do to learn something new, to evolve? I did the hair units. I learned that skill as a way of evolving, as a way of learning something new so that I can, like I said, work less, make more. That's for me personally. That's what I'm hoping to do. I'm also wanting to help other barbers learn new skills. This is something I've traveled, far and wide to try to learn. And I've made all the mistakes. I've made a lot of mistakes in regards to the mistakes that can be made with hair systems and refined techniques. This is years of practice, years of doing. And the course that I have launched, you're going to find out about hours of research, development, hours of even the course itself, creating that. It's a lot. It's a lot of getting onto that. But that's just a question for yourself. What is the price of doing the same thing again next year? Is there something you're thinking about in regards to learning new skills? Not necessarily with this. Is there something else that you're wanting to do? Is there other courses you're wanting to do? Is there other skills that you're wanting to learn? We're in the world of the internet. We're in the world of YouTube. There's so much information out there. And there's so many new things that you could be learning. The masterclass, this is what's been launched today. Here's what you learn. How to confidently apply non-surgical hair units, how to attract premium clients, and how to price, package, and profit from every install. Because the units themselves, they come at a certain price. The tools that we use, if you're a barber, you've already got your tools, most of the tools. And then there's other little bits that you need, like scalp protectors and adhesives and tape, etc., etc. But these things are not expensive, is what I'm getting at. So it's easy to profit from hair units, essentially. Where do you see yourself this new year? 2026. We were in a new year. Happy New Year, by the way. Where do you see yourself this year? What new skills are you going to be learning? Will it be learning how to fit the units? Will this be the new thing that you learn this year? I hope so. If you're going to jump on board, if you're going to join me, that's why we're here, right? If you're going to jump in, you're going to join me, you're going to message me, you're going to sign up for the course, you're going to join the hub, and we're going to build the vision together. I'm here to help. I want you to help your clients and so on and so forth. That's me there fitting a hair system. Recently, actually, with one of my clients that traveled in to come see me. And I've got a lot of this behind the scenes stuff to share with you. A lot of this. Introducing you to the framework. We've got the 3 pillars of the hair unit blueprint. We've got craft, we've got system, and we've got scale. The craft is, let's start off with the craft. So the skill set, scalp preparation. We've got hair unit bonding, we've got seamless blending, and we've got creating that natural hairline. That's the skill set, basically, in a nutshell. The craft. Without the craft, we can't do the other stuff. So we need the craft, we need the skills to be able to apply the skills to get those things for the client, for ourselves. The craft comes with its challenges. Afro and mixed hair challenges. These are just some of the things that I've come across along the way, fitting hair systems. And again, I want to share these things and I want to help to overcome or help reduce the friction on these things, because these are things that you are definitely going to encounter along the way. We've got blending challenges. visible transition lines between unit and natural hair. These are things that I'm going to be showing and delving deeper into on the course. We've got texture inaccuracies. This is where the texture of your client's hair doesn't match the texture of the unit. It could be overly straight or processed units fail to mimic waved or tight coiled hair. So this is where it just doesn't match, basically. Hairline realism. Difficult to recreate a natural, undetectable hairline with short styles. We've got durability and longevity. We've got styling limitations. And we've got color mismatch. Just breezing through those quickly. Again, we're going to be going through this stuff in depth in the course. I'll just move out the way so you can read this stuff. Just pause it and read it if you want to take a closer look at those things. But these, again, are some of the challenges that we'll definitely encounter in fitting hair systems. Moving on, in the 3 pillars, we've got the system. So this is my client process, my personal client process. And this is what every client goes through, the funnel, when they come and see me. So we start off with the inquiry. And then once we've gone through the inquiry, I have a system in place which grabs the client information, and then they move on to the consultation. So once I've assessed the inquiry, we've done the vetting, let's call it. So vetted the client, I've made sure they're serious. We then move on to a consultation. We arrange that at a suitable time. Again, all this stuff is shared in the course. Everything here I'm showing you is in depth in the course. This is just a brief run through. So we've got inquiry, consultation, we arrange a date, we get them in for fitting, and then we discuss maintenance plans. And then a few months after that, the client will request and want a new hair unit, which is at the bottom of the funnel here. And then the system repeats, go back through the funnel and repeat. Literally, this is what happens with most of the hair unit clients within my system, within my database. The inquiry gets cut off. Once they become a client, they then go back through the funnel from consultation down and round. Some of them miss out the maintenance plan because I encourage them to do maintenance themselves, or I do maintenance, I offer maintenance as well. So they'll just keep going around in that circle. Then we have pricing. These are just 2 examples. So we've got example 1, we've got a single unit install priced at £500. This is just an example to keep in mind. £500 with a maintenance plan in place for the client. And then we can also offer upsells. Upsells here. And these are things that you can add on to the price of the install. So there's stuff that you can offer to a client to increase the revenue, get more money coming in, basically. Maintenance plans are great for clients because some of my clients don't want to do maintenance themselves. They want me to do the maintenance. They prefer me to do it. So they'll come and see me once a month, once every 6 weeks, once every 2 months, whatever it is, to come and get the hair unit taken off, cleaned, put back on. We'll go into depth to this stuff in the course. All this stuff is explained. And then moving on to example number 2, we've got packages. So this is where you can have different levels of service. So you can start with a basic package like a bronze, silver, gold, and you offer different things within those packages. And then again, offer your upsells. You could dye their hair for them, color their hair. You could offer them a scalp detox. And then you can sell products on top of these services. You can sell the glues, you can sell the hair units, you can sell all sorts of stuff on an upsell to your client. Scale is the last part of the framework. So we've got some marketing tips. We've got Instagram, we've got TikTok, we've got YouTube, we've got targeted Facebook ads, not just posting it on there, actually targeting people. Google My Business and reviews has been the most helpful. That's probably where most of my clients have come from, this one here at the bottom, and my website as well. Behind me is from testimonials and referrals, and Instagram as well, by the way, has been where most of my traffic has come from. for clients that are finding me and my services. We cover I like a lot. I've got so much stuff I want to share with you guys. There's so much stuff that I've discovered along the way whilst doing these things. There's things that I would love to share with you and that we can share together and that we can share within the hub amongst other barbers, amongst other community members. And still on scale, a single chair, one skill, 5K. Just a chart I created here showing how this chart is split up into how you could make £5,000 within a month easily from installing hair units, hair systems, doing your maintenance and upselling products and through selling digital products, content creation as well. This is doable. I currently charge £400 to £500 for an install, which includes a hair system and a haircut. If I did 4 of those in a week, which is possible, takes 2 to 3 hours to fit one. Let's go for 4. Let's work on the equation of 4. If we did 4 in a week, 4 over 4 weeks, 4 times 4 is 16. £1,600 in 1 week. 1,600 times 4. Do the maths, quick maths. But it's doable. You know, I'm not trying to say you're going to be a millionaire or you're going to be making lots of money. That's not what I'm trying to do here. What I'm trying to say is you can simply add extra income onto what you're doing. Because as a barber, I know there's a limit, there's a ceiling, and there's not much more you can charge on that. But adding this onto what you do can actually really increase your income. That's what I'm trying to say. So let's summarize the hair unit blueprint, the framework. You've got skill. You're a barber. You're a hairdresser. You want to learn barbering. You want whatever it is, whatever that skill is. This is something that is very unique. Add hair units onto that. You've then got scarcity because this is unique. It's not something that many people offer. It's very niche, which then can command a premium. Client value. As if you're a barber, clients value you. They come and see you on a regular basis because of you, because of who you are. You build up a relationship with these people. Once you give them a haircut, they leave confident. The confidence brings them back, which creates the loyalty. That's the circle, right? That's how it goes. Then we have the system. Put all those things together. You've got your barbering skills. You've learned how to fit hair systems. You offer a great service. You have a booking system. You have all these things in place, which makes the client think of you when they want a haircut. They think, oh, let me go and see so-and-so because I know I'm going to get what I need from that barber. That's the system. That then creates a predictable income for you. So you know, right, at the end of this month, I'm going to earn this, end of this year, I can earn this, and you can afford a particular lifestyle or do whatever it is you need to do, right? That's the framework. Today, we're launching the masterclass. So we have 6 modules. We have foundations of a Afro hair unit. We have the hair and scalp science. We have tools and materials and preparation. We have installation mastery. And we have maintenance and client aftercare. And then there's a bonus module of business and marketing, which is just stuff we were just talking about. So that is bonus content. But there's so much stuff that I want to share in regards to the things that we can create in the hub together. But this is the masterclass. This is what's launching today. The shift. You can't grow doing the same cuts for the same price. At some point, right, you're going to have to increase your price. I'm sure you've come to that point at some point within your career as a barber, as a hairdresser, whatever it is. But at some point, you've got to increase, right? You've got to add on these skills. You've got to increase your price. We've got inflation. We've got the bills going up. Everything's happening, right? And we need to try and find ways of bringing in extra income so that we can live. It's just how it goes. The shift, the hair unit mastery program. This is part of a bigger program. What I'm launching today is just the Afro part of the program. There's different systems within this program. There's different hair unit textures. There's different ways to blend these systems into your client's hair. You're going to have clients with different types of hair, clients with different types of needs, different styles. This is going to be eventually part of the whole program. Today, I'm just launching the Afro and mixed textured hair because they're pretty similar. When you see, if you take a look at the course, you'll see exactly what I mean. So what do you get? You get full training, on demand training, your own time. It's all online. You can go on whenever you want, and after work, before work, at the weekend, you make up your mind when you want to do that. Tool lists and supplier links. Where do I get my stuff from? That's all in there. What do you need? That's all in there. Templates, consultation, pricing, and aftercare. There's templates for all this stuff within the course. It's all there. Everything's there. I'm revealing everything, guys. It's all in there. Everything's in there. Private mentorship and group sessions. So if you want a session with me or you want to get together as a group, we can do some look and learn sessions where you can come in and watch me actually fit some hair units. You can get close and see. How does he do that? I need to see. Like, I'm going to be doing that. It's all going to be here. If you want a one-on-one, it could just be me and you. We can do that. If that's what you need, I'm here for you. I'm here. That's also available. And you get access to the hub. This is great. This is exciting. So the hub is an inner circle community where I'll be sharing tips, tricks, hints, all that kind of stuff, where you can access information for yourself, for your clients, that I'm going to share, that other barbers are going to share. It's all going to be in there. All for a price of £497. Can you believe it? £497. Bargain of the century. What a way to start the year. Just under £500, you can learn a new skill that is going to change your life and change the life of your clients and potential clients that you've not even met yet, because they're going to be reaching out to you and saying, yo, I've seen that thing that you're doing on the socials. I need to book in for that. Trust me, because I've been through it. This is what happened. There's 6 modules. There's 36 lessons. There's visual videos of explaining, showing how to do what it is you need to learn, so you can actually follow along. This is all done on a mannequin head. I've chose to do it this way. One of these things. We're going to be doing training with a mannequin head. And the reason I chose this, because I feel like it's a better way of learning, because you can do it in your own time and you can practice. So you can practice taking the unit off, putting it on. You can put the adhesive on, take it off as many times as you want. So I thought that's a brilliant idea. If the students use mannequin heads, then you can practice. Practice makes perfect, right? It's the same and not the same as obviously you putting a hair unit on a real person, but this is a perfect place to start. Brilliant place to start. These are also for sale on the website. All the information is at hairunitblueprint.com. Everything's on there in regards to what you need. There's a list of the tools that you need on there. The mannequin head is going to come with the matching hair unit for you to blend in and for you to follow along. I've used one of those myself when I did the demonstration to show you how to fit it. It's on one of those so you can follow along and take your time. Well, there's no rush. Take your time and fit one of these systems. So that is the Hair Unit Masterclass. The Hair Unit Blueprint. Confidence restored. It is my little slogan that I've been using. Here's some more pictures from some more clients that have traveled from all over the place to come and see me. And this is what you could be learning. I'm so excited to share this with you. These are life-changing skills here. These are returning clients. I see these guys on a regular basis. Twice a year usually for fresh units and pretty regularly for maintenance. Again, we go through all of this stuff in the course, and we'll be talking more about this stuff in the hub. So get signed up. The hub's free, by the way. pause, take a look in your own time. These pictures are also on my socials and on the website. And you can also have dreadlocks, you can have braids, you can have this so many different things you can do with these hair systems. And I have the connections, I have the links for all of these. So if you need these hair units, I can point you in the right direction for the best quality. That's a massive part of this whole thing as well. It's all inside the course. Everything's inside there. Questions and answers, Q&As, all that good stuff. Contact details are here. If you want to reach out to me, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm here to support. I'm here to answer any questions. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you again on another video. There will be another webinar coming up at some point in the future, and I hope to see you there. Thank you for your time, and thank you for tuning in. Take care.